This podcast was produced on the land of the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation.
Welcome to Australia.
Aussie.
This is kind of tragic.
Someone who is such a connoisseur of reality television.
The content is hideous.
So sorry about this. Oh my god.
Oh my god. Lock up your dads.
Because
She's back.
I'm gonna get
She's
that.
back in everyone.
Where I belong.
How you doing, Rob?
Oh, babe, I'm good.
Yeah?
How you doing?
I'm good.
First off, how long have we known each other?
Oh boy.
Is that wild?
That is crazy. Sometime. What, over?
I was a
10
senior in
years?
college.
You were a child
I
when I
was
met
a
you.
senior in college, and you were in Boston
Yeah.
for some reason.
Yeah, I was there because I used to work for this hotel chain.
Yeah.
And they had a Boston hotel. And you know my husband Adam loves a good deal. And we got like free stays.
He loves a
He
business
loves a
class
deal.
upgrade.
He loves a business class upgrade.
Loves
And
a
he was like,
business class
oh,
upgrade.
free accom. We're going. No interest in going to Boston, but we went. And it was cute.
It was
and
a
yeah,
Sunday night I met you.
that's right.
It was a Sunday night.
We went out
I
on
know
a wild
exactly what
night.
you're wearing. You were wearing a red Letterman jacket
Stop.
with white leather arms. Yes.
Oh, I still have that jacket.
Of course you
Yeah,
do.
Yeah.
And that was 2013.
That was when I learned that if you wear American vintage in America, everyone's like, oh, you played hockey in college. And I'm like,
Like, so you
What?
went to
yeah.
Glen
this-
Oaks High.
and I'm like, bitch, this is
I-
fashion.
I had a vintage shirt, and it said like soccer something 1974, and she was like, oh, is that? My teacher was like, oh, is that you? And I was like, no.
You're like, do I look like I was born in 1974?
I was like,
bitch?
cally not. But yeah, so we go way back, and
We do.
I followed you the other end of the earth.
I know. So now you're like you're a bi-hemispherical
No, my friend
diva.
Lucas, he didn't want to give me this, but I'm tri-coastal because my family's in New York, so we go to
Yeah.
New York a lot. We live in LA, and we have a place here. So
And we're going to be talking about all three of these locations and their housewives
Hey.
today. Hey. But you're running parties in LA now.
yeah, so basically,
Tell me about this. I hear it's loose.
loose. Yeah, so basically, I was living in. Basically, the industry fell apart, and
Yeah.
I was producing music videos, which was awesome.
Yeah.
But in my blood, I like to party. So I started throwing parties because I kind of missed a certain type of party in that I was getting in New York. I live in New
Yeah.
York, and that wasn't getting in LA. Not I wasn't getting. That's unfair.
No,
to
I know.
people who
I know
throw
what
good
you mean.
parties.
Though.
Just
There's
an
stuff happening in LA,
energy.
but it's not like the vibe you bring.
Yeah, I came into it, and I was really, really happy with what was going on there. But I was like, there's the thing that I used to go to that I'm missing. So I kind of built this thing out with Banoffee.
Yes.
Yes.
Hey, girl.
Shout
Shout out.
Shout out to Banoff.
Is she still over there?
Yeah,
fun.
She's in
Killing
Italy
it.
right now. I'm waking up and she's going to bed, so it's very hard to plan our parties.
Yeah.
But you know, Banoffee is my ride or die in that.
Yeah.
Without her, I couldn't do it. And then we have Bebe, who's our co-DJ, who's been a huge part of it too. And Lucius Lucius blew up, and it was sexy and it's cool. And then we have Panic Room, which is like our legal club that's in a house next to the freeway, and it
Such a
goes till
good
5
name.
a.m. Yeah. Well, basically everything I steal is from pop culture.
I was gonna say, what is
Loose is from the Nelly Furtado
Yeah,
album.
yes.
And Panic Room's the David Fincher movie. And I use the
So
same
good.
fonts.
Yes, that Nelly Furtado album. I gotta say, like,
Well, I met her.
Chef's Kiss.
I met her.
You did?
I met her at Charlie XCX's birthday party.
Okay.
And I saw her and I said, I need to tell you something. I throw a party in LA. It's really cool. It's called Loose. I stole your name. I stole your font. Please don't sue me.
She went, what's going on?
She looked
Why is this faggot talking to me?
stunning.
Of course she did.
I
I want a Nelly resurgence.
She had an.
Can we have a Nelly?
I talked about
summer?
this on Babe with
Yeah.
Laura.
Oh, you did?
Love my life, Laura. And she gave me her info so I could have her come.
Yeah.
And I forgot. I was drunk and I didn't. I've said this story before, and I don't remember what the manager's name is, so it's just sitting in my phone somewhere.
Damn.
Yeah, she came out with a new album, but I don't know. You know.
We need to activate like gay Twitter to do that for you.
Yeah, that's. I mean, well, Loose. Secret but not secret. We're slowly going to end Loose in the next few months. Oh, thank you.
I'll give you a top
Yeah,
up there.
please.
Yeah. We're ladies who the wine at
When I
lunch
text you, I
today.
think I texted you at 11 p.m. last night. to
Yeah.
do this. One of our Bebe, who's part of, huge part of it. Bebe's moving, and so September may be our last loose.
Yeah.
We're gonna continue Panic Room, but
Or just even if it's not, say it is, and then that'll get everyone there.
yeah, that's what I
Because
always do.
there's this party we used to go to called Unicorns, and they do that.
They
And
just
it's-
say-
that every time they're like, "This is the last one,"
Yeah.
and they give an emotional speech at it, like, "Oh my god, it's been so fun, you guys," and blah blah blah. And it's this party for like, it's like a very inclusive party where there's like everybody's there, and I always leave with like 6 like straight guys' phone numbers because they were all there with their
I love
girlfriends. They're all looking for like thirds, and they
A
want
gay
it.
third?
Yeah, well, that's the thing. They all say they want that when they're high,
Oh yeah.
and then they're all like, "Ugh." They're all like, "My girlfriend really wants to watch me suck your dick," and I'm like, "Great, let's make that happen." And then you know what these guys are like. Next day, fucking not a peep.
Can I
It
tell
just
you?
was sounded fun at the time.
I as much as I love to whore around, I never really have a straight guy experience. I
Oh,
feel
really?
like you're really good at that.
Guilty. It's not that I don't know. Maybe I'm just like moving in these circles. I don't know. But everyone's fucking,
you have a lot of straight friends?
Polly and Pan these days. I do. I have a lot of like queer friends.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm like
They're kind of
heavy-
like doing.
I'm heavy gay.
You're heavy gay. Yeah.
Not in a.
I was heavy gay. I've now moved into a place, because it's Melbourne. Like, there's only so far you can go with the gay community here.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I feel now like I'm more just hanging out with like randoms.
Well, I feel like, okay, this
I'm
is.
pissed off all
Do you
the
know how I
gays.
define? That's true. Do you know how I define it? Where circuits where you go because everyone you know is there.
Yeah.
And the peel is where you go when you want to meet someone you've
New-
never
yes.
seen before.
That's it. And
I love the peel.
I love the
I
Peel
love
too.
the Peel.
They had like a naughty party at the Peel now
What?
called Wolf Club the other night. Yeah, you got to go to that.
Wait, it was last night?
No, like
Oh.
last week. Yeah.
Is it once a month or weekly?
I think it's like quarterly. I don't know. It's one of you know how they do it here. It's only when there's a fucking public holiday, and then there's 12 parties on at one night.
You guys
and you're
have
like,
1,000 public holidays.
I know, but it's like, but every
King's
gay-
birthday, King's first step, King's first speech.
But the gay party promoters, they get so excited. They're like, "Ooh, it's King's birthday. Let's throw a party." And then maybe talk to all the other party planners because they're all doing it,
There's a Google,
eating each other.
There's a Google Sheets in LA.
Oh, see, we need to get the girlies
There's a
here
Google Sheets in LA.
onto that.
I think. Well, when I was in Sydney 2 weeks ago for King's birthday. Not for King's birthday, but it just happened to be.
We love the king. I still call it the Queen's birthday, by the way. It's
Isn't
never
that-
changing. It
Oh,
used to be.
it's
They,
like
they
this
literally just
king.
changed the name. Yeah.
It's this king.
Yeah.
I thought it was like a vintage king.
No.
Okay. well,
Like
you
it
know.
literally was called the Queen's birthday.
When I move here, I should know these things.
Yeah.
I'm moving here.
Are you?
Well,
oh,
yeah.
Stunning.
Yeah, I don't know.
What was happening in Sydney?
We flew LA, Sydney, spent the weekend in Sydney with Chris's cousin and our friends. Just had beautiful dinners and partied, and then we were in Port Douglas for a week with Chris's family for his dad's 70th.
You are a real housewife. That is
Sydney. They went to
so where they go. Yeah, they went to Port Douglas, I think, on season 5 of
but
Melbourne.
Gamble's birthday is the best. Is the
Yes.
Byron Bay Gamble's birthday. Gina watching The Apprentice.
So good.
Yeah. So yeah, we went there, and then now we're where we're meant to be.
Yeah.
I love Melbourne.
Me too.
Oh, me
we
too.
love you in it.
Oh,
so
that's good to be here. Some people are like, "Are you upset that it's 45, 50 degrees Fahrenheit?"
Yeah.
And it's like 80 back home, and I'm like, "No,
Yeah.
I love this.
Yeah, it's not that bad. People whinge about it. I'm like, girl, get over it.
I love crisp. This feels like
People
autumn.
still do shit as well
Is
here.
it autumn? No, it's winter.
This is winter.
Okay.
But yeah,
This
it
feels
feels
like
autumn.
New York autumn.
It does, right?
I
Yeah.
was drunk last night, and then I hit a joint. This is so lame. And I walked home from Smith Street. And the Halloween soundtrack went on my AirPods,
Yeah.
and I was like walking around stoned as hell through crunchy leaves. I loved it.
That's cute. What, in like Fitzroy?
Oh yeah, Fitzroy and Clifton Hill.
And just like
Exactly. It was
Cute.
awesome. Thank you.
How do you feel about Addison Rae?
Oh, so
Are you having an Addison
Aquamarine
summer?
Aquamarine hit me over the head.
Yeah.
And what I loved about it, well, so she styled by or I think styled by or created by Mel of Interview Magazine, who I love, Mel Onberg, and
she in her orbit
she's
seems to be
incredible
just
people,
everyone.
incredible people. And when Aquamarine came out, it was the same weekend as Disease.
Oh, it was too.
Yes, because I remember I was going to a party that my friend was throwing in Hancock Park, and Disease was playing a lot.
I low-key completely forgot about Disease. Like, completely forgot
Let
about
me tell
Disease.
you, Mayhem hit me over the head too. But
Yeah,
Aquamarine, once I started listening to it, because I'm a very big Ray of Light fan.
Yeah.
That was one of the first albums I ever
And the
bought.
references are heavy.
And so Aquamarine is a sister song. Nothing Really Matters.
Yeah, it's a
And the video
homage.
is stunning, shot in like Italy, and it's
so
Eyes
hot.
Wide Shut
Yeah.
meets like, it's really, really good. I'm so like, I never cared about her, and then she
No.
knew exactly what to do.
Yeah, I have like one friend who's like a terminally online gay who was like always going on about her, and I was like, yeah. I was
But
like,
she wasn't
she's
cool
hot,
until
and
this?
Exactly, I agree. And then now
that's a
I'm like,
question,
okay.
that's a question.
I was on board from Diet Pepsi.
Diet
That-
Pepsi's fab.
Mainly
It's
the
really
video where
sexy.
she's just like fucking herself in the back of a car. I'm like, okay, I can
Well,
get on
just
board.
there's something about backseats of cars that really do it, and just the line about like losing all my innocence in the backseat.
Yeah.
It's not like it's like a deep line, but there's something just like her, a young woman singing that to me is so evocative.
It's hot. Headphones on, tune.
Do you know I've never listened to it?
Yeah, oh, it's really good.
There's
Get into it.
the album.
It's very walking around the streets of Fitzroy in winter, darling.
There's a song about money on the album.
Yeah, it's called like Money is Everything. And I'm like, are you being
I think it's kind of fun.
yeah. Oh, it's fun, but I'm like,
She's
better be
She's doing this
joking,
thing
right?
where like even the album cover, it's giving, it's homage to what we grew up on.
yeah. The album cover is coming for early 2000s bad design,
Which I think is
great.
I think it's cool
I love that bad design is good design now. It's very confusing.
because you know what I
like-
think.
It's like make it look as shit as possible,
And
and
I
everyone will
think-
be like, yeah.
Well, I mean, you know,
Brad.
you know, the meme that it's like, give a gay guy an aux cord in a car and he'll put on the worst song you've ever heard in your entire life. There was
That's
a
my
tweet.
dream.
There was a tweet I just read today, and it was from 2017, and it goes, guys, it goes, okay, so I don't think GUI is gonna chart, and I was like, yeah, and we're like, like a 10 years later tweet about GUI. I'm like, yeah, which
Oh, now
art
that's
pop.
a film clip that is just wow. Put Andy Cohen in the sky.
But yeah, so Addison,
Looking down
I
on us.
appreciate Addison.
Yeah. Oh, good.
Even
I'm
FKA
glad.
having a Madonna songs with Girl Feels Good. That's
Yeah.
Ray of Light.
Yeah. It's
You don't like it?
no. I do, but yeah, we're all doing the same thing.
Well, the people
Which
with
is
taste
fine.
do it first.
Exactly.
It'll water down.
Yeah.
But I appreciate it. I think it's cool. And I think it's also just a lesson of like, when you're younger, I mean, we're in our 30s now. So when you're younger, you're always told like fashion is cyclical, creativity is cyclical. So when you actually start to witness it, something you've lived
And
through.
we truly are now. Yeah, you're right.
Like when you're told that as a kid, you've never experienced it. But then when you start to experience as an adult the cyclical nature of all this stuff, this is heady. You start to like be like, oh, like
Well,
it's real.
When 2010s R&B comes back in, bitch, I'm ready.
You are
Like I'm
ready to go.
When Kesha's entire
back.
first album comes back, I'm there.
That was no. I'm having a real.
We Are Who We Are. What a fucking.
We are.
tune.
Your love is my drug.
Yes, I never stop listening.
There's a place downtown where the freaks are.
Ahead of her time.
I have a real. I think I'm 34 now. Turned 34 in April. Now I'm really feeling nostalgic. So I'm feeling nostalgic for like 1999, 2000, being a kid, wearing like basketball shorts and like playing like GoldenEye and all that.
Yes, and it was also like early reality TV,
100%.
which is amazing, and I get nostalgic for that too. because it was back
That's
when it was
the-
all kind of like new and exciting,
Yeah.
and it was controversial. And people were like, this is unethical and all of this shit, which like
100%.
nothing has changed,
Well,
except we're
Wait,
all on
so-
board
so-
now.
So 2 points.
Yeah.
First is I'm nostalgic for that, but I'm also nostalgic now for 2010s Tumblr culture.
Oh fuck yeah!
Because like living through
yes.
as if it was a war. Well, it was. Living through pure heroin, living through ultraviolence, living through like early FKA,
yes,
living through like
oh, she's coming.
Hey, sweet pea, you bit me before. Living
she'll do
through
it again?
Marine, like early Marina, early Charlie. That I'm having such a moment where I'm just like, oh, I was there. You know, when like you're not there for culture because like it was before your time. I was like, oh, I was.
Yeah.
I was
And
living in Williamsburg.
Well, yeah, exactly.
I was
And
there.
the kids now are like, yeah, Lord is like some old
It's some
hag, and I'm like,
grown-
excuse me.
I mean, even like rewatching Girls, which is
oh my God.
everyone should.
Yes.
I watched it first run. I'm like, oh, I was there for like on Instagram. I'm like, because I do reels because I'm old. There are kids being like taking clips and being like, imagine like seeing this like, and I'm just like we all watched it. And
We're
it's-
not even old.
No.
Stop making me feel
I
old.
don't know if
people.
it's just I don't know if it's just because culture is so
Yeah.
so accessible now
Yes.
that people are realizing things in public more, or if there's just a short attention span.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's strange to see that shit, and it's strange to like relive the Girls era and watch it back and just be like, oh, I was that.
What else are you watching at the moment?
Oh,
Or just Girls?
oh no,
You're in a
I
place
did
of
my,
comfort.
I did my
TV.
rewatch before the New York Times article came out about how everyone was rewatching it. One of my first run or no? Is it? Do you want to know new show or rewatch?
Either or.
So I'm currently when I travel I rewatch a show.
Okay.
American Horror Story Coven I'm watching right now.
Oh my God! I think I'm
Yeah.
ready for that.
It's really,
Have they
really good.
finally just called the quits on that, or are they still pushing it out? Because I gave
so
up
what-
around.
What I've heard in LA was that it's just on like, it's like Dorinda. It's on pause right now, just because he has like 8
Well,
things.
he's doing everything else. Yeah.
He's doing everything else, and I think it's like I think the last one was Delicate.
Yeah.
But let me tell you, I remember like I was straight when the first season came out, and I was in a frat. Like we had watch parties for the first season.
Oh,
of
it was
American Horror
huge. Yeah,
Story.
yeah. I remember that theme song. When a show has a good opening title sequence and theme song that like
done for.
slightly changes every season,
for.
I'm so in. I'm like, oh, what are they going to do this time?
And the reality is,
You're getting kisses.
the reality is that season 1 is great and camp and kooky. Season 2 is balls to the wall nuts. Asylum.
Oh, that's right.
There's like Anne Frank is in it, and it's set
One
in
is
1965.
the guy in the like rubber suit, right?
Yes, yes. Well, that's part.
2
of
is
it.
Asylum. 2 is when it starts getting like show tunesy.
2 is really good,
And then
but it's crazy.
And then Jessica Lange just took the wheel.
It's actually wild to watch because she left after
The circusy one?
Freak Show. She was done. It's crazy to watch her in it because when it was airing, it's jarring and really fucked. And now I'm rewatching. I'm like,
Was
this
that
bitch was going.
Banana,
That was
Asylum.
Asylum.
Oh my
Asylum.
God.
Coven is when Stevie Nicks was on it.
That's right. Fuck.
Coven
And
was when Stevie Nicks was on it. Balenciaga.
Yeah.
It's very tailored to the gays. Season
Yeah.
Freak Show was good. And then Gaga Hotel. I liked Gaga Hotel.
Oh no, I was into that. That was when that was one of her first forays into
to film.
film, darling.
It was free. I think.
And we were all like, okay,
She could do it.
yeah.
And then it was okay. I actually looked this up. So it's Murder House, Asylum, Coven,
Yep.
Freak Show, Hotel, Roanoke.
That's right. That one. That's when I tapped out.
Yeah,
because I was like,
Roanoke,
what is this?
And then I think Cult, and then I think Apocalypse.
Cult was the one with like Billy Eichner in it.
I think so. And then New York City, which I thought was really because I've always wanted to write a script about like like 1970s cruising, and then it gets kooky. So New York City I thought was fucking cool. And then Delicate.
And they're all like around 10 episodes, right?
Yeah.
So that's smashable. Maybe I
It is
will.
smashable.
Maybe
But also
next
Coven's,
pandemic, I'll watch it all.
Well, Coven's crazy because like Kathy Bates being like a crazy racist.
Yeah, fun.
It's just wild to see like an actress go
Yeah.
for it, and especially Jessica Lange.
Yeah.
She goes for it and chews that scenery.
Oh,
and Patti LuPone's
amazing.
in Coven.
Yes, she
Yeah.
is too. Oh my God. I have found comfort in some very strange viewing recently.
Which is?
I'm calling them my winter bro shows.
Yeah.
Because they're like not like I'm not the target audience for either of these shows, but I'm binging them.
Okay, I need to know what they are.
One is, do you know the Inspired Unemployed Practical Jokers? It is like the worst show, but
Wait,
I
Practical Jokers?
So it's like four.
It's the kids.
Yeah, it's like
Okay, I've seen the
four
commercials for it.
straight boys from TikTok, and they do like silly pranks. And it should be
Is it American?
No, the one I'm talking about is the Australian version of it, I believe. But
The fact that the Practical
Yeah,
Jokers
I know.
have spin-offs.
I know.
Didn't one of them just get done in for like sexual harassment?
I don't know who the OG ones are. I just know these silly Australian boys, but they're really hot.
How old are they?
Oh, I don't know,
I
20
kind
something.
I want to know the ages before
They're
we talk
hot.
about them like that.
They're of age. They're hot and like laddie, and they get very queer baity with each other.
That's what all
They
the kids do.
they're always getting them naked, and they're always like slapping each other around. It's
Really?
very like it's like a fly on the wall in like the boys' locker room
Where
as
is
a
it
show
set?
in Sydney, and they just do like silly pranks. And then they gave two of them, the two hottest ones, they gave a spin-off show of the spin-off show where they just like travel the world and like tick off things on their bucket list, but it's like silly things.
TikTokers traveling the world in their bucket list?
Exactly. But
Good for them.
I hate to admit it, I'm so addicted to this show. It's so dumb.
Are
I'm
you
watching
addicted
it.
to- are
I'm
you
watching it
addicted
and I'm like,
But are you
what?
addicted to it because they're hot, or are you addicted to
But-
it
yeah.
because... Okay.
And I'm also, I like it because I know that the show
Your
is
dog's-
not made for
your
me.
dog's humping
Yeah,
your
she's
bed.
fucking. She's a dom top. Because you're, yeah. She's excited.
She's a pussy.
So
Anyway.
that one, I highly recommend. Like, great for like a flight.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If I could...
It's very
See, I don't-
Australian,
let me
like,
tell you one thing about
silliness.
me.
Yeah.
I don't download shows and watch them on a flight.
No?
Whatever the IFE, Inflant
Oh,
Entertainment.
really?
Oh, that's... I'm sorry.
Nah, I'm
I let
allergic
them
to the.
tell me what to watch.
I'm allergic to in-flight entertainment because they never have full seasons. It's always like
It's box
here's
sets.
it box. Fuck off with the box
It's-
set.
it's
here's
season-
5
it's
episodes
season
of
one of The
Sex and the City.
Sopranos.
No.
Let me tell you though, season 1 of Sex and the City
Yeah.
is a gritty indie film, like wild, so different, lit so insanely.
Yeah.
So many. Yeah.
You're not fucking with and just like that, are you?
Yes,
Oh,
I
yeah.
am.
Oh, you are. I thought you weren't.
That's it's not a thing.
Oh, can we please talk about that?
I mean, it's wild.
It's
And just like that, it's
so
wild.
wild.
It's so wild. What I wish
Yeah.
is that the podcast that she was doing in the first 2 seasons.
Oh, yeah, that's
were
right.
I
Forgot about that.
I wish that was the narration.
Now she's just unemployed, isn't she?
I'm falling down in her
And
apartment.
and she's like an old lady, like, get rid of these rats from my yard.
I think it's really. I just think it's to have this dog
Still
to
fucking.
have one of my good friends, best friend, Lucas Froelich. He writes on it.
Oh no! I'm so sorry, darling.
And
I hope she's getting paid well.
he did a good job,
Yeah.
but he always says, and it's so true, to have a show about women of this age living in a city doing this. Just from that jump off, I'm like, that's special. And to like see, I don't know, it's so wild because it's like, I think what grounds the original series is, sure, you see wealth, but there is also some groundedness.
Yeah.
So when when people get really rich in media, be it even on Housewives, like if you
Yeah.
look at Beverly Hills, the reason why Beverly Hills got boring is because they started making a lot of money.
And they got too famous.
And they get too famous and they get
precious,
scared.
And they all got litigious. And I have so many thoughts on this.
They get scared.
Kathy Hilton fucked that show.
You think so?
They're all scared of her. They are.
I think she's fun,
Because she. Oh, I love Kathy Hilton, but let's be honest.
But
some
the new season,
some
Kyle-
shit went down with her, and then they all got scared. Everyone got too scared to talk about it,
Well, okay, this is
and
I-
they
you know what I
did her
love?
some big favors at Bravo.
What I
reckon.
love-
they buried the tapes.
What I love, what I love is
did.
what I love is when there's Housewives lore that's not on screen. So you have
Then
Adrian.
you'll love Sydney season 3. The whole thing takes place off screen.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, get involved.
So Adrian and about the twins.
yes, on the
Caroline Manzo and her sister about whatever happened there. I kind of don't want to mention it. 'Cause
Yeah,
it's
no.
dark. And then
We will get
Melbourne also
Yes.
with Lydia, with them telling Lydia that she was saying lies about that was going to ruin families.
That's right.
So there's really good. There's really
AKA
dark.
Bruce and I hooking up in the behind
you?
the shelter. No, I wish.
I'm
Me
not-
and Brucey.
allegedly.
Me and Brucey allegedly getting
I'm not
it
going
on.
down for your sins. I'm just a visitor here. Yeah, I think that's also really dark when you have
Yeah.
shit like that happen and it's off screen and they can't say it, but people start to like on Reddit forums, you start to like read about it.
But fucking, yeah, maybe we'll save it for when we get into Housewives.
You need to
But
bleep
yes,
this.
I have
You need to
thoughts.
bleep this from the.
Did you watch any of the Love Hotel show? I just
No.
finished it yesterday.
I never watched it.
Tragic.
Why?
Well, I mean, look, it worked. It worked. So it was Luann, Shannon Bedore, and
What
then
is the
Giselle and
concept?
Ashley. The concept is there was no concept. They took them to
Well, that
Mexico,
was
and they
that
were
was
like,
Big Shot with Bethany. Remember Big Shot with Bethany?
"Do I remember Big Show?" There
There was no rules.
There was like, "What are we doing
There
here?"
weren't
Yes.
rules. And listen,
Yeah.
New York raised me. Bethany 1 through 3. Bethany coming back in season 7 or 8. Bethany's return is the golden era.
Did you see when she came here last year?
Yeah, I was here.
Oh, did you go
I
to
was,
the
I was
thing?
here.
Did you-
No,
oh, I didn't go. No, I didn't.
I
Either.
was
But did you see her content when she was like, "Oh my god, like they've got this thing here," and she was talking about like Easy Mart
What's Easy
and like
Mart?
so exactly like convenience store.
What was she obsessed with?
Like just the dumbest shit. She was obsessed with like Sushi Hub.
Well, okay. You think I'm not obsessed with Sushi Hub?
The same, but I was
No,
like,
pause.
She's hilarious.
Pause.
Like,
All right, so I'm gonna say it to you from an American standpoint. Seeing
oh, I know you
Sushi
can't get
Hub
hand roll
blew
sushi like that.
my mind. So
Yeah.
I'm a defender on that one.
It was just funny for me watching it. Like, okay, it's also just nice seeing her be
and she was like,
positive about
she's
something.
like, Peanut, come here. I
Yeah,
I don't follow many Housewives post Housewives, so I can't. But
she's in another lane.
But in her seasons, let me tell you, her shoulders must have hurt from carrying that show.
yeah, oh, fuck yeah.
Like I was thinking today. Also, I this is not a disclaimer, but this is when you speak about Housewives publicly, I always say to myself, they are people, which I know is crazy, but like Housewives are our sports. The thing about straight men and athletes is that athletes are human beings, and then on the field they're athletes. So they're judged by like this is real.
amazing.
No,
this is incredible.
So they're judged by their athletic abilities, but not by their personal, who they are personally. Whereas housewives get on screen, and they are not judged by anything but who they are. So it's not like they can have like a second self that we can judge. We're literally just judging them.
Their sport is wine throwing.
But their sport is just them being them.
Yeah.
So can you imagine what that is like to then be judged on that?
Totally.
Like
Be
I think
insane.
often about like season 1, Athena X of Sydney.
Lavendi, darling.
She and even with Lisa and Athena, first season of Sydney is awesome. It is very dark because it is a lot of like, it is like a lot of like women going through things, you can tell.
Yes.
And the thing about Athena is like,
And calling their children dickheads to their faces on camera.
Lisa was very broken back then. You
She
can tell.
was. That
And
her husband,
Athena-
he's like notoriously.
he?
He was a politician.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
was
I think my
involved
boyfriend's
with the One Nation Party. Like
No.
Pauline Hanson. Yeah, so he's like a known like racist, like
Yucky.
really like proud conservative. So yeah, so that's why we were all like, oh,
So like Chris has just put on the first season again, which is it's really fascinating. It's like Vancouver.
Yeah,
Vancouver
yeah.
was really dark vibes
Yeah.
too. Auckland as well.
oh,
No, I can't.
That was
I can't even talk about it.
too much.
It's wild. So the thing you have to realize is like you look at Athena and like these women just like start screaming, but not in like Melbourne is always fun.
Because they always come back to each other at the end. They
But
always
it's
they have their
but it's
they
also
have their fights
camp.
and then they come back and they go
But it's also but it's also the fights are camp.
exactly.
Sydney always was like, oh, they're fucking
They're fighting,
yelling. It was dark, but it's fascinating to
Yes.
watch. But like Athena, it's like you can tell she you can tell she had like listen, we all do have insecurities about maybe from like her past and all this stuff. And Lisa, I think, was really upset because of her marriage. And it reads on camera crazy. Yeah. Not crazy that they were being crazy, but it reads like just dark energy. And that's why they canceled the first season. Yeah. That's why
I'm
Vancouver
glad we
stopped.
came back.
That's why Vancouver stopped. Yeah. Because they were bullying each other. The fact that Melbourne, didn't get Andrea. The fact that
Mandria.
Oh, did Gina say that? Yeah. Oh yeah, she goes.
I just see a man.
She was like. No, Gina was like. She goes. Your house of cards about to topple.
It's about to cards. All you got.
Oh,
house
it's
cards.
so
That
good.
is iconic.
It's Andrea kind of. I always say housewives who try to have decorum.
Oh, but
you're gonna get left in the dust.
Yeah, but we need them, and it's a great trope, isn't it? Like, here I am with my perfect life and my $40,000 tennis court, and then and then they love like ranking the friendship group. Like, I'm classy, you're some suburban trash that's like ruining my tennis court. Well, that to me is like so tan. Melbourne as well. Yeah, and the tan on the towels died.
That's like it's like Barbara in New York.
Yeah, exactly.
There are so many Barbara in New York, in Miami, with that's the same episode where Sonia falls off the table. That's the thing, is New York forever. My favorite franchises are Melbourne and New York.
Oh, amazing. I've got to say the same. My controversial opinion on Housewives.
Oh no,
no, on a franchise that I think got like slept on, and I'm so sad they canned it, is Dubai. Did you watch it?
Dubai got cancelled?
Yes. And I do not know why. That second season...
Dubai got cancelled?
Yes. Or it's... Oh, no, on pause. Whatever the fuck. That second season was fire. Okay, so that drunk mess. Caroline Brooks. I was dying.
Can I tell you, though, Ladies of London is coming back.
Yes!
Yes. My boyfriend loves Ladies of
And
London.
Housewives of London at the same time.
So, okay, so my takeaways are this. My friends in LA, because there's Housewives diehards in there.
Do they fuck with the Australian franchises or nah?
My friend Julian does, because he likes to see all the text.
Oh, great!
He loves it.
We love Julian.
And I'll always thank you, Julian Bucket. Yeah. We'll always send him. When I'm drunk, I'll always send him Janet Roach monologue. Where does the money come from? Not from her grandma, not from her father. Not
the money that she got for herself.
So good.
Not the money that she
He's
got.
really good at it. I wish he was up. I'd FaceTime audio him.
It's a great monologue.
They're diehards. They're academics at it. I can write a paper. I can write an academic paper on Bethany and Jill.
Yes.
But
amazing.
But all my friends in LA had said Dubai shouldn't have been a Housewives. It should have been like a Ladies of Dubai, because I don't know. They just don't like it. I never minded it. I thought it was fun.
Oh, the first season was like finding its feet. Second one, I was like, oh, I love this.
I wonder why, though.
I don't know. Maybe it's too costly logistically for them to go there. I have no idea.
No, that shit's so cheap.
No, but it's pretty uncommon. Like,
they have a production company there, though.
But what other Bravo shows are they shooting? Like, not just
in the Middle East.
Exactly. Like, that's
I mean, my thing that pissed me off. Melbourne should not have filmed during COVID.
I know.
Melbourne should not have filmed during
another
COVID.
controversial opinion. I thought season 5 slapped.
It was great. That was so insane.
Yeah. Now we're crying. Like, Janet was amazing. Janet told those new bitches.
To lose Lydia and Gina was a lot, because I know that they all kind of hated each other, but Lydia and Gina... What is Lydia's housekeeper's name?
Joanna.
Joanna.
Do you know your lefts from your rights?
Joanna. Like Lydia is so funny. I mean, a lot of problematic things she said, but so funny and brilliant.
Yeah.
Again, I don't say brilliant meaning like...
No, brilliant.
But like brilliant in the sense of like, that show is such good camp. Like Chica, I love Chica. I love...
You need to come. Are you going to be here around Christmas this year?
Probably.
We need to go to Lydia's Christmas party. We went last year. It was so fun.
How'd you go?
You can just go.
Is it like at her house?
Yeah.
How could you just go to a woman's house?
I'll hook you up. And
no, you know what?
Mr. Figaro was there.
Figaro? No, I want Mr. Fig. I want I want to party with Janet because she's a party girl.
You know she knows how to do it right.
What did her ex-husband own? Not Revs.
Love Machine, I believe.
Is that still open?
I don't think so. But I'm not all of the South Side, like all the Chapel Street. He was like the king of Chapel Street.
That makes sense. Was that the one who got the handy at the massage, and that's like what he talked about? Do you remember this?
Yes!
They had dinner, and he was like,
yes,
I
I forgot about that. Yeah, Janet. Oh,
Janet Roach is incredible. And then, I mean, Jackie's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I want a reading from Jackie.
So she is like a friend of on Sydney season
I saw that.
Well, not really a friend of. Not sure you can call it that. But it was more like she was there, but her presence was like felt throughout the whole season.
Because the earring kept falling off.
Yes.
I don't know how I remember this.
This is so good. Yeah, no, she's there to like sort them out. They flew her up to be like, all right, sort out these hoes.
They're doing a Ultimate Girls trip.
Apparently, yeah.
With who?
I think it's Jackie,
Duh.
Lydia.
Didn't Gina do your wedding?
She did, yeah. Gina.
Oh my God! Wait, what's her name? What's Gina's friend who was on that one season?
Which one?
Is it Venus? Venus.
Oh, Venus.
Oh,
Venus.
my-
She got a whole show.
What?
Yeah, like a few years ago, called like Behind Bahani. I think she's now trying to be like a pop star or something. I have no idea. She got like a different face.
Her
It's a
and then
whole
what was
thing.
the woman who owned the resort in Bali?
Sally.
That was you didn't like?
No.
Why not?
Well, because Sally was a opponent of Gina, and I support my queen.
You're a diehard. Gina.
I will
Let
stand
me
in
tell
front
you,
of a bullet for Gina.
I love Gina. I have the fragrance.
Yes. Which one? Or did she?
The original one.
Gina by Gina.
I love Gina. I'm a huge fan. Melbourne. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
I love that show. Gamble, all that stuff. The humor is so funny. My thing though.
Yeah.
I love Gina. She had a really hard time, and this is just
Yeah.
from watching the show. This is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
who they
No,
are as
no, no.
people. She had a really hard time taking responsibility for things that she actually did.
Yeah.
And again, when you say this stuff, you're watching it as a viewer on the show. You're not talking about them in their personal life.
Mm-hmm.
She had a really hard time taking responsibility, and I think I deal in fact, not friction. It's like if she just took responsibility for some of the shit, because at the end of her seasons, it was her against everyone else.
Yeah. You're right. There's being stubborn, and then there's like being Gina. Like she knew how to talk her way out of like.
But she
situations,
did
and
herself a disservice.
She did, and it only went so far. And then I think I don't know. I mean, I can only imagine that maybe that's why she's not getting asked back. Because
they need to.
I think they.
I need
we
original-
need
I
her.
I need original
need
class
her.
cast plus Petty Fleur.
Oh, Petit Fleur. Do
Her
you know who
Dubai,
I? Do
stop
you know who
the
I
fuck.
shed a tear for? Is Alex McCord, also an Australian resident.
Okay, well that
She
leads
was
me-
about to have her. She
Ultimate
was
Girls
about to
trip?
have her moment in Morocco, and then the
Yeah.
tapes are
Yeah.
yet to be released.
So that is a huge conversation piece again, in my group chats where we're like, no, I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. We're like, we're never going to see that season. We're never going to see that season.
never, because even if they get like, even if I don't know, for whatever reason they can release the tapes, it's just kind of like over now.
I'm trying to think because I don't know if I could. I know things
Yeah,
that I can't. I'll tell you. I'll tell you privately.
Tell me later. Yeah,
But what? Yeah. It would have been such a Alex McCord deserved.
I know, and that's what. Yeah, I feel like she was a
Is she in
robbed queen.
Perth?
Byron Bay, I think.
Well, bring her in
Maybe
Sydney.
Put her on a Put her
Justice
in one of the
for
ones here.
Alex, let me tell you,
Yeah.
Alex.
No, I know.
Alex did the fucking work for so many seasons.
She did.
and she got ripped apart because of it. She's fun. She's a weirdo. She's fun.
She's great.
I love weirdo housewives.
Yes. I think Petit Fleur, who we were just about to talk about, falls into that category. Still my favorite scene of all time is her and the sister just sitting there being
That's
like,
dark.
so how are you?
That's
so dark.
dark.
She's like, yes, I'm good, thank
They
you.
also seem like completely different people in the sense where like there's no familial, maybe the kinship because of the fighting, but like it just felt her reading Petty Fleur on camera like that, saying like you're just obsessed with like what you're wearing, what you're doing, all this stuff, and Petty Fleur just like trying to like save face and smile.
But I gotta say, Petty Fleur is a true Melburnian socialite. Like every opening of every fucking envelope, she is there in a
To this day?
themed. To this day, I see her every time there's like
Where
an
are you
opening
going
night
that
of like
you
a musical
see her?
at like opening nights of shows. She's there in costume. Like she was at like the Tina Turner musical, like dressed up as Tina Turner.
Where does she live now?
I think she still lives in the CBD. I don't know.
But not the-
She's my neighbor. Not the penthouse, darling. She might have moved.
Let me tell you. You know what I think also, because I didn't. Silverchair, I think, was a thing in the States, but I didn't really know about it.
With
I think
Jackie's
it was.
hubby.
But I think
Yeah.
with Jackie's, like, they were for real, like a new money cool kid
Yes.
moving to Tarak. Like, that's not a
Totally.
joke.
Yeah.
Like, Jackie never came as a joke. Jackie came
No.
like this, and that's why I love Jackie, because she came. The one time she got checked was by her husband. She was saying what she was going to packed on some vacation, and on camera he goes, "Why are you talking like this?" And he was like, "Oh, he's being like, babe." But otherwise, Jackie, I never felt like was anything but Jackie.
She can't be. She's
I
so
cried
genuine.
during all of her reading.
Really?
Scenes. Yeah.
So
all
you
of her
know
reading
she
scenes.
she read me
And how was it?
on the dance floor.
No.
Yes.
Really?
At the like end of season event for season 3. She was like, "You're earthy."
Of
Yeah.
Melbourne?
No, of Sydney. Like just
Oh.
like a few
How
months
did you
ago.
get invited?
Because the dolls. And she was like, "Oh, you're earthy. Love your energy." Blah blah blah. And I was like, "Oh,
Girl, that's because you didn't put on deodorant.
She's like, "You stink."
Earthy faggot.
And then she told our other friend there that she had a beautiful soul.
Oh, so she's just saying shit. I believe that.
No, she's doing retreats now in Bali. Like you can go and it's like she does like group readings and shit.
It's even her Shine It Up event.
Shine it up.
I still,
Good on her.
me and
Good
my
on
boyfriend
her.
will sit there. We'll be like on opposite side of the couch. Like we'll stop scrolling and we'll just be like, it's so beautiful. I love it.
I'm glad she's making it like a full-time
Well,
business.
I mean, the reality is, they would base. I have a feeling Melbourne will come back.
Me too. I have faith.
To cancel it after one season like that is.
Random.
I think that's Australia. I think that's.
It
is.
is.
I think that's Australian budget. stuff.
No, 100%.
I think realistically they don't have
but I
the
think,
budget for both.
I think the data doesn't lie, and a lot of people, like so many people, watched the last season of Sydney. Also, we're all obsessed with Housewives here. They know that, so I think they want to make more. It's just about, you're right. Like
I think it's a budgetary thing.
it's the industry size here as well.
As
and
someone
just trying to
who's
make
like,
it happen.
as someone who's like trying to like
Yeah.
do industry stuff here, or like
Yeah.
just I've
No,
having conversations
totally.
with people. I mean, not that it's better in the States. It's a dark time for the industry everywhere. But
Yeah.
I think Australia, there's a limited budget.
There
It's
is.
the like I think people don't realize like you can only America has so much money because there's so many fucking people.
Yeah.
That's why our industry is so big.
Yeah.
But everywhere else around the world, that is not realistic. American
yeah.
budgets are not realistic.
No, it's also, so we have like content quotas here. So that's
Yeah.
why there is a lot of Australian reality TV. So like Australian Survivor, for example, there is like 50 episodes of that per season.
Is Aussie? Oh, you know what
because
I love?
what, yeah.
The Block.
That is a good one.
I
Yeah.
love
Great
The
show.
Block.
Yeah.
I'm
But
like crazy that we're like
another good example of that, where that network has a
Was it 9?
legal obligation, 7 or 9, one of those. They have to put out X amount of Australian content. So they're like, let's make something cheap and long, you know.
Also,
so that's why we have all
the
these.
Block cheap.
Well, compared to, I don't know, putting on like a whole crime drama and paying actors and shit. Yeah, it is.
Do you know what the most expensive Australian television show of all time is?
Go on.
The remake of Picnic at Hanging Rock. Yeah.
Amazing.
Aussie, I think it was like $25 million.
I never
Yeah.
watched that. Was it good?
That's the problem. I don't know. I think it was.
I love Picnic at Hanging Rock.
Oh, number one. I listen to that fucking score on my headphones all the time walking down Smith Street.
God, you love a horror soundtrack just roaming the streets.
I love a pan flute.
Miranda!
So I was drunk at a party in Sydney and somebody started yelling that because I started talking about it.
Excellent.
I want to give that.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So that's what's. So I was talking to someone about how Australian, even Australian budgets, UK budgets, they don't compare to the US just because again, population size, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But like 20 million. I mean that is AU, but 20 million is like the budget for a freshman series in the US.
I don't think they can justify multiple at a time as well. And for whatever reason, they've gone with Sydney for the moment, which is great. I'm down. I would love there to be, multiple at the same time. I think that'd be great.
Hobart would be kind of fun.
Well, we
Are there
keep hearing-
socialites in Hobart?
I don't think.
I mean,
Honestly, that's the last place I would go.
Okay, the reason
Give me some
I
dark. If
say
you like
that-
dark shit, like
You think is it dark?
well, the whole joke we have about Tasmania is that
Oh, no,
they're
what
all
is it?
inbred and they're all fucking their siblings. So get that on screen. No, but there's always rumors about like a Brisbane or a Gold Coast one. I think a Gold Coast one would be 10 out of 10.
Tell you, in January, when I didn't see you because I literally flew into Melbourne for one day, had New Year's Eve, and then I flew straight to my best friend's wedding, and it was in Tweed Heads.
Oh, gorgeous.
And then we did Byron as a friend group. We did Byron right after, and then we went. Then me and Chris, my boyfriend, we met our cousin in Goldie, and then we went to Brizzy.
Did you love Goldies? It's fun.
No, Goldie was fine. We stayed at a beautiful hotel. Brizzy,
Go on.
I'm in love.
You love Brisbane?
First of all, they made a whole area dedicated to like luxury restaurants and bars. I think it's Fortitude Valley.
Oh, yeah. The valley's stunning.
We stayed at the Carlisle
Oh, yeah. Oh, gorgeous.
because a bunch of us stayed there, and I was like,
Oh,
wait,
Brisbane's gorgeous.
no, not gorgeous, kooky.
Yeah. Like it's...
Then
yeah.
Then we went to a bar that was kind of a gay club where it was one bar here, walk outside, another bar here, go upstairs, another bar here, plank to another bar. It was so insane. I was like, I need to go back to Brizzy. I've really been sleeping on it.
Totally. It's... Yeah.
Bris Vegas.
Well, so the most streamed television show in the world comes from Brisbane.
What?
Bluey. I'm serious. And it's set there and everything.
There's an animation
That is the most streamed
studio.
television show in the world. Isn't that
No, it's
wild?
not.
Yeah, because think about it. Everyone's putting it on
Are they getting loaded?
repeat for their kids.
Are they
like-
getting loaded though?
Are they what?
Load like money.
I don't know. I fucking hope so.
That's okay.
Someone
This
better
is
do.
when I get nerdy. I always think I'm like so. A lot of these shows, a lot of popular shows like that are done in conjunction with other countries. So you have like UK, Australian co-productions.
Yeah.
Not as much with the US because the US is they like to do their own shit.
Yeah.
But that's how they get a lot of money. So I'm very curious about. Not that we have the answers, but I'm very curious about who Bluey's co-production is with.
Well, yeah. I think they're pushing that. Well, it's on It's on Netflix.
It's
isn't
huge
it?
in the US.
Yeah. Oh, it's huge everywhere. Yeah. Which is wild.
Better than
you know,
Paw Patrol, ACAB.
Yeah, exactly. Fuck those pet cops. Where should we go next? New York? Did you watch any of the reboot?
No,
I love that.
that I didn't watch.
Yeah. Well, because, I mean, I wish I didn't, to be honest.
Okay, so this is my thing. The problem is, and this goes back to, it's too polished, and the girls knew exactly what they were getting into. I mean, listen, good for them for getting in there and have the balls to do it. It's just too polished. I think well, the second season just ended, or third season? Second?
I think it was the second.
That whole Bryn thing was just like
That was dark as
it was really dark, and I remember I went to I didn't watch it live. I would watch it like a few weeks later.
Yeah.
But I went to a party like right after it happened, and like there was like a huddle of gays, and they seemed very serious. And I was like, is everyone okay? And they're just like, we're talking about New York. And they were really, really disturbed by it. And those moments are kind of like You Stole My Goddamn House, Beverly Hills season 1.
Yeah.
It edges on dark, but it's camp.
Exactly.
The sister fight, like Kyle and Kim's sister fights get kind of real, and it feels uncomfortable.
And at that time, they were willing to share that stuff.
Taylor with her husband, like,
and then they got too rich and famous, like we were saying before, and they just sort of stopped sharing
until Kyle's divorce. Though I think that was kind of. I know people like rag on Kyle. I didn't.
You're a fan?
No, I haven't. I haven't been invested in Beverly Hills in a while.
I think if you were watching it, you'd be like, oh, fuck this bitch. Because, like,
Juicy Lucy, Apple Lucy is kind of when I fell off.
honestly, amazing.
Like Carlton, though.
Yes.
Shout out to the Instagram handle. Do you know
up.
Bass Lake? The Instagram handle Bass Lake.
No.
So my friend runs it. It's like a Housewives meme account. It's incredible,
amazing.
and he really stands Carlton.
She's
Carlton was
so good.
so good. Bass Lake, look it up.
But no, Kyle, like, you're right. Like 5 noses ago, Kyle was great. Goodbye, Kyle.
No, but I think goodbye. Kyle. I think the issue is, so we rewatch New York a lot, and New York's really cool because it's in the beginning it's a time and place. It's so 2007, 8 New York.
Yes.
I was living there because I'm from there. Well, you're in high school. I'm in Brooklyn, trying to survive in this economy. And it's awesome to see Bethany struggling. And my favorite is how they would spend the first 3 episodes of every season in the Hamptons because the summer would just be ending. So you'd be having Jill and Bethany sitting in her bed. Because I remember my parents' summer house, like my mom would do the same thing where she'd sit in the bed, phone would be here, dog would be here, reading the paper. Like that was central hub to like social life. So I love that. The problem with rewatching Beverly Hills is you're rewatching it and it's hard to enjoy because you know in the background there's like really dark shit happening with Taylor.
Yeah.
So New York you can enjoy.
And they tried to bring Taylor back onto OC. And that didn't work out.
I don't really I like.
And she was like, I'm bisexual. And everyone was like, okay.
What?
Yeah. She came back and her storyline was like, she's bisexual now. And then she was just in the background and then she just disappeared like the Homer Simpson meme.
Was the OC I enjoy early OC because it's really it's wild.
It's white women on crack. Like, well, yeah.
It's wild. I just something about New York I just think feels like really when Bethany coming back season 8, 7 or 8. That's just like there's no better.
Yeah.
Jules Weinstein season. I think it's season 9.
Oh, Jules, yeah.
The first, my friend Luke was over my house, stopped by, and I'm watching. Chris, my boyfriend, rewatches all of
just on loop.
So it was Jules Weinstein's first season. So I think it's season 9. Dorinda has a bra party in the penthouse of a hotel, and John walks in wasted, and comes after Bethany about her that she's a cheater brand. And she starts going after John, telling him to rack some lines up. And my friend Luke just looks at me and goes, look how good we had it.
We had it so good. Was that also Kelly running in traffic? Was that earlier?
Girl, that's season 2.
Is that 2?
Are you
in
kidding?
my mind, her running in traffic is like
Every
later.
season.
She's still doing it.
No, that's season 2.
Oh, no, you're right. And then she, yeah. She
that's season 2. And I think the other thing is like...
I love Kelly
Okay.
so much. Like, yeah.
Bethany had a really... When they did the 100th episode, so they did a 100th episode thing, it was 2009, so 2019 they did a 100th episode thing, and they talked about her breakdown in Scary Island, which is, it's unbelievable television. But there's also really darkness behind it because Bethany is like, she goes, I called Jill, and I said to Jill, forget everything that's going on between us, you need to go meet you need to meet her at the airport. Something's happened. And I think that's like so insanely interesting. And Bethany's whole thing was like, some people just are not cut out for this. And even when Kelly came back for the girls' trip, where they went to the house in St. Bart's.
Looking insane.
But you can still tell, I don't think she's cut out for
absolutely
reality
not.
TV.
Yeah, no. She's one of those people, she's trying to do it on her terms. It's like, you can't do that.
And I don't think she has the
she's not.
Bethany knows how to play the game.
Exactly.
Carol was playing a really cool game.
Yeah.
I think
Until
her fight
with
with Bethany is like you that's when you kind of cross, like, not that you cross the line, but like that's when like you can't come back from
Well,
that.
I think Carol has like quite strong sort of values that were fucked with, and I think that was why she bowed out.
And I think it's also she was cool girl, became besties with Bethany. They were a great crew, but when they turned on each other, I think Carol's like, I'm not gonna be able to get any, like, I can't do anything after this.
What about Harlow?
I loved her.
Will she ever be back?
She came back.
Did she?
She came back for the last season.
Oh, that's right. But
you know the whole thing.
But I mean, no.
She came back for the last season, and I don't know. She said something on camera that was like misconstrued. She was supposed to
Worse
be
than Hala?
She was supposed to be a featured housewife.
Yeah, right.
And she said something on camera that somebody said something that I don't remember the exact story.
Yeah.
And so I think she pulled out mid-season.
Oh.
And that's when it got canceled or rebooted.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so they did.
Yes.
That.
Heather comes back.
Yeah,
Heather,
right. Yeah, Heather.
Heather comes back.
I just call her Hala.
Holla.
Yeah, fuck. Yeah, she's like a real Brandy type, like causing so much chaos that they have to pull the plug.
It's, I think she's very sincere too. I think you have to have a certain level of like self-awareness for it to play as hard as it should.
Oh, that clip from her, is it on Watch What Happens or whatever, where she's like, there's a beautiful spoken word.
No,
piece
that's
of- no,
her.
what-
That's her.
Her speech?
That's her. What is the thing called? Cameo. That's a cameo.
That was a cameo?
That was a
Oh, 'cause
cameo.
in my mind, I've inceptioned that into her on the couch.
It's
with
a cameo where
Andy.
she's like a beautiful spoken
Yes.
wordsmith.
Yes!
Yeah. She's like a wordsmith, a locksmith.
That is so good.
Yeah, that's a cameo.
That's like
she
every
did.
meeting I go to at work. Like people just speaking like that, and I'm like,
It's corporate jargon.
it's corporate
she
fucking
gives
jargon.
corporate jargon.
She's so good at it. But
I mean,
also,
hey, listen, she
not at all.
tried to get. The more I'm talking about this, the more I realize how much all this stuff is like ingrained in me.
yeah,
because I'm
same.
surprising
Because in
myself
my
at
mind,
how
I'm like,
much
I
shit-
don't remember any of it, and then I get together with some bitch like you, and I'm like, oh, hang on, I remember all of it, and it's
I mean, okay,
too
so I'll
serious.
tell you, what's your favorite Housewives tagline?
Oh fuck. No, that's really.
I have one. I know
Well,
exactly
we'll
what
go
it
on.
is.
You start then.
So I may be changing a word or two, but it's Jill Zarin season 1 to 3, I think. And also, how I'm gonna preface this is that it's before they did like they went into they recorded the audio specifically for it. So they literally pulled it from an interview, and you can kind of hear background sounds. She goes, "I run with a fabulous circle of people," and I'm like, "That's it."
This is that was back when they were really succinct.
They literally they
Because
pulled
they
it from an
started
interview.
and they were sort of just like little sound grabs.
Yeah.
And then they started overproducing them.
Then it's
and
like,
now
and
it's
then
like
Sonya
a gay
being like,
rights.
I'm a top and a bottom
Yeah.
and a power. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it was
yeah.
like, it's just Jill Zarin picked from an interview, and it's so. That's early house. It's season 1. Sex
Yeah.
and the City is the same as season 1.
Yeah.
New York Housewives.
Yeah.
It feels
Same
like an
show.
indie film.
Yeah.
Same show. And then Bobby. Oh, poor Bobby.
Oh.
Zarin Fabrics.
Oh, now I can't think of taglines. I did love the Athena X of today. Took lifetimes to create. Like I like the one when they're really shit.
But I mean,
Like when they flop
or-
hard. And I'm
or-
like, okay.
Bethany's. If you're gonna take a shot at this beat, you better not miss.
This beat.
I mean, I think. Do you have a personal Housewives tagline?
Do I have mine?
Yeah.
I mean, it changes, but yeah, I have.
What is it? Well, there's a number one. There's always a number one.
My number one would be feedback is a gift, and I'm just so giving. What's yours?
Does that tie into like a musical career?
No, it just means I'm a bitch. But yeah, go on.
But see, okay, I think that's for the season when you premiere your musical career. Because like
Oh,
mic
feedback. Oh, right. I didn't think of that.
plus
Oh, I
real
love that.
Yeah, you have. It has
This
to
is
be
why.
double.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. Branding. Mine is. Mine is. I love people watching. People watching me.
Oh, that's fucking good.
Right.
That's also like a Lindsay Lohan lyric.
Yeah.
I can imagine like, I love people watching.
People watching is the name of
People
the.
watching me. Yeah.
My friend Luke has a good one. His name is obviously Luke. He goes, I may run hot and I may run hot or I may run cold, but I'm never lukewarm. I think it's brill.
I'm trying to look up. What were Gina's? Because in my mind,
Gina's
they
is
were
ideal and fact, not friction.
And then there was, I'll give you my opinion, but you'd better be ready to hear it. Which again, like flop tagline, but kind of great.
I'm trying to think who's like the. Besides Jill, always was a favorite of mine, but no one comes to mind that like. I guess Sonya's power bottom one was wild. Do you remember that?
That was incredible.
Because she knew. I think she really leaned in hard. I think the power bottom one kind of went down as like she was really playing up the image.
I'm looking up Lydia's. They were all really bad. They're like, I love tradition, but I'm no traditional housewife.
Is that Lydia's?
Yeah, and I save my best pot stirring for the kitchen.
kitchen.
Yes, I'm a flirt, but home is where my heart is.
Oh, you know what that is for?
Shane Warne.
Yeah.
I may look like a jet setter, but my feet are firmly on the ground.
That is a
A plane.
wild.
I fly a fucking plane.
to get her cheese from
King Island.
King Island.
From Prince Albert Island.
I don't know the geography yet. What's Janet's?
Yeah.
Can you look up
Let's
Janet's?
look up Janet's.
Yeah. Because I feel like Janet's is always like, I'm a party girl.
Oh, I love this Real Taglines website. Some people have ups and downs. I have roller coaster rides.
When life
One.
that's
When
good.
life throws rocks, I melt them down into diamonds. It was the delivery on that one.
Yeah.
It was good. Oh, I don't like trouble unless I've caused it.
Good for her.
She was good at these.
If you're offended by what I
It's like,
say.
imagine what I'm thinking. And then and then her one about the tea. I'm not everyone's drink of choice, but I'm my cup of tea because she was selling tea.
Oh, yeah. Which is still a thing. I looked it up recently.
There is a website that ranks
Oh,
all
the best
of the
ones?
fucking taglines. Are you kidding me?
Oh,
This is
Jackie,
incredible.
Did Gillies ever have anything about La Mascara?
La Mascara.
I've looked it up.
Did
not-
they still make it?
I don't think it's being sold
No.
anymore.
I did try it when they were.
Did you really?
Yeah. It was.
And?
Oh, it was like lolly water. It was gross.
Wait, do you remember the episode where they did the La Mascara spokeswoman, and then she got into a helicopter and flew away, and then the helicopter came back because she left. She took the car keys.
Oh my god, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
No, Jackie's taglines are shit. They were always really sincere. Like, I follow my intuition and let the angels do the rest. It's like, okay.
I always
were never
liked.
good.
Lisa Vanderpump had a good one where it was like, throw me to the wolves, and I'll come back leading the pack or something.
That was good.
That's when
Throw me to the wolves.
that's when she had like a really like everyone turned on her season.
Yes, they did.
They did.
But she's laughing all the way to the bank at the moment
She
because
must be making a ton
she's
of money.
playing multiple networks now.
Well, she's got in the
She's got the
US it's
Hulu
Hulu.
verse, yeah.
What is Vanderpump Villa and all that stuff on here? Stan?
Good question.
Good
I don't know.
Do you watch Below Deck?
Fuck yeah. Are you kidding me? Are you watching the current one that's on right now?
It's regular Below Deck.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
good.
amazing. It's so good because they
So-
put the most insane people on it. That French girl is everything.
Oh, the one who
So
doesn't know how to
lame.
do anything?
She's like, I do not know.
yeah, she's
But
never worked in a
s-
boat.
But she's hot and fun, and I love her.
My favorite season was I think it was Med. No, maybe it was what's the one?
with Hannah.
No, I
Iconic.
love Hannah.
Because you know, I met Hannah she was at the Housewives event, and I went up to her and I was like, "What the fuck are you doing here?" And she was like,
In Australia.
"Yeah, she's back. She lives in Sydney now. She had a kid." And I'm like, "Are you gonna get on Housewives?" And she's like, "I'm working on it."
Oh,
How good would that be?
her getting fired was like a really dark episode.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Captain Sandy, stop being like a dumb bitch."
Well, because they claimed that Sandy was obsessed with there was an American girl that was on that season.
the Sandy wanted to fuck.
Allegedly. I need you to say allegedly. I need you protected legally. There was not Hannah. It was a girl who basically told on Hannah for having like the meds.
And the like weed pen. Like, girl, shut up.
But I remember watching it. I think that was around COVID, and we were watching it, and suddenly she tells Hannah, no, Sherry, whatever her name is, tells Captain Sandy, and suddenly there's no theme music. All the theme music stops, and it's just silence, and you just hear like. You just hear like boat sounds and like all this stuff, and it's really uncomfortable because you know Hannah's about to get fired. I remember being so mad.
Well, apparently they're good now. They just
Sandy and
Hannah. They had like a little.
It was a bit
I was like,
weird.
okay.
And then Sandy went on live like kind of drunk or something allegedly.
Well, now Sandy's got like a hot wife and shit, so she's like chilled out a bit. But Hannah, we need her back on.
I think Hannah'd be
screens.
great. I mean, there was a season. I think it was Med.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was regular Below Deck actually, where it was all the deck crew were like really misogynistic, Joao.
Yes.
And there was a really hot blonde who was hooking up with the
They're
American
always
girl.
so hot.
But they were like, it was a really... and then he gets pulled into the ocean. Do you remember this?
Yes.
Yes, and the cameraman has to save him.
That was
a
yeah, that's right. I
crazy
think that was mad. And
season.
the cameraman had to like put down the camera to like save someone's
Crazy
life.
season.
That was fucking crazy.
I stopped watching Below Deck for a little bit. Then Down Under season 2 I really liked because
great.
what's her name came back.
Aisha.
I love her.
She heaven.
So
she's a big
much.
celeb here now. Like she was on like
She's on regular.
Amazing Race Australia.
She's on Med now.
She was just on. But like she's doing the Australian TV circuit now as well.
I don't get why Down Under is no longer Down Under.
Oh yeah, they moved to like the Seychelles. I'm like, sorry,
But I'm like, okay, so I'm like, they couldn't find enough people to rent a yacht. In Brizzy.
I know exactly. It was so annoying.
So,
but like, because Captain Jason's there, but like,
but if
Captain
Jason
Kerry
leaves,
is on the normal one, and he's also Australian.
That
So I'm like,
confused me.
it's so weird. They don't know what that show is. Just like the formula is so tight. They could literally do whatever, and I will watch it.
do you remember Adventure Yacht or whatever it was
Yeah,
called?
yeah.
Yeah, that was on.
Like
also,
Norway.
Sailing Yacht season 1 wasn't good.
No, but then it got good because of the Gary Daisy
Which
Colin
I
drama.
I stopped watching after season 1.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, it was
so
really
that's
fucked up.
done now.
The really dark shit. Wait, really?
I think so. Yeah.
The really dark one was Down Under season 2 when the cook tried to rape
Yes.
that girl and Aisha.
That was fucked.
They handled that. I like almost cried. They handled that so well, and Aisha like she was like hysterically crying. So I remember watching it. And I know, listen, it's reality TV.
Yeah.
It's fucked. We're even watching something like this, but the way they handled it was like, she was so affected, but she protected that girl so well, and it was just like incredible to see Aisha like. Am I pronouncing her name right? Aisha. Like, it was incredible to see her get into that protector mode, because I think a lot of the times when you watch reality TV, you don't see people come out as you don't see people doing the right things.
Yes.
Or like,
Oh no, that was a good moment, and I think the audience.
can you imagine being
around.
that guy?
It's crazy. He was like trying to barge in the room naked.
And Aisha started crying, and I
Because
just
they get fucked up on that show.
But that also blew my mind. We're like, listen, I love to drink, and I get wasted.
not on camera like that. Fuck no.
But not even on camera. For that to be your instinct to be predatory like that as a drunk person.
Oh yeah, of
I'm
course.
like, what kind of
Gross.
world? What is your brain like?
Yeah.
It boggles the mind. But that was it was horrifying, but also like incredible. Because New York Magazine, which I'm like, I live in LA, but I read New York Magazine every day. Did a thing about best Below Deck cast members, and Aisha was like top 10.
Yeah. Oh, she's a
obviously.
huge fan favorite. She's like a star. Like, yeah. She just did Amazing Race Australia with her like husband Scott.
Oh my god, she talks about how she loves having she loves his
Scott.
balls.
That's right. I love Scott's balls. That's why we love her, because her first few seasons she was just like,
talked about-
fingering my
Yes!
asshole, and everyone was like, okay, bitch.
She's
like,
awesome.
She's so good.
It was Hannah
Classic
was mad.
Kiwi.
Who was what's her name? She was on the Traitors. Blonde. Kate
Chastain.
Let me tell you,
Do you watch the Traitors?
I watched
The US
Traitors
one.
US.
Yeah. You saw who's on season 4, no?
Dorinda?
And Lisa Rinna.
Yeah, I wasn't as impressed. Oh,
Yeah.
I wasn't as.
And Candace Dillard Bassett.
Well, no, listen, I'm excited. I think. So, what, UK was the first one, right? I hear Australia's
I don't
not good.
I think it's good.
As an Australian, though, you're saying, or-
Watch season 2, because it's so. I don't want to spoil, but like, some things happen on that show that have never happened on it before.
I think it's very American, the fact that we're the only franchise that has celebrities.
Yeah. Well,
it's so American.
No, so our second season they put celebs on. Hannah Ferrier from Below Deck was on our second season.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like yeah.
You know, season 2. Oh wait, the latest episode of The Traitors, when Wes from the group chat
all of
lit
those
up.
bros on
But
that
Wes
they
is-
ruined that season.
Wes is so hot.
So hot, very your style.
You thought it- you
you
thought
love
it-
a ginger
I
beard.
love
so
it,
do I.
ginger.
Yeah.
Shout out, Chris.
Yeah.
Wait, you didn't like the last season?
Oh, I loved it. We covered it on the pod, but like, just Boston Rob can fuck off.
Why?
Well, he was so annoying. I don't know. He like ruined the show for me.
I think.
But then when he went, I was like, Okay, now I can.
I think it was that.
And Dorinda going first up, but she's back.
Wild.
Yeah,
That was wild.
Yeah.
She still thinks she's on pause for New York. That's my other thing. I love Dorinda too. Dorinda at her best is so incredible. Again, like Gina, and again, strictly judging just from what you see on camera, not judging as a personal person.
Yeah.
I love Dorinda, and I love. She loves hosting, and she's so much fun when she's fun. And her drunk too. It's so much. It's camp and it's lovely.
Yeah.
I just always did have an issue with when she did get called out. She and I used to be like this. Like, you have a hard time. The accountability sometimes that bothered me because it bothered me not because it bothered me because I know she's like great, and I was like I just want you to like just digest it because you're so good.
Totally.
I want you to digest.
We're rooting for you. All of America is rooting for you.
100%. Like when she would get upset about being on pause stuff, I was like, just don't let it. Don't let it.
But we love
affect
Dorinda
you.
when she's starting.
When she's let me. That's some of the best shit in the entire world. I mean, I was a early season Vanderpump Rules. I was all in.
Are you watching The Valley?
I can't.
They're
too.
If darkness is not your thing, do not
Yeah,
start.
it's that husband thing, right?
So dark. All of the whole cast. I'm like, wow.
The husband.
You people are
There's like a husband who hates his wife thing. I heard
multiple. All of them.
You know
and
what,
then just
like,
Jack's like pretending to go to rehab, and then it's not.
I think
it's bad.
early Vanderpump Rules. I was 21, and it was.
Oh, that was amazing.
They had nothing to lose, so they were crazy.
Stassi
I think
and
watching
Jody
it.
Just.
I mean, when Stassi comes back to the show, like Witches of WeHo, it's just there's so many.
Yeah.
Vanderpump Rules is jaw drop every episode.
Oh,
also, do you know what's jaw drop
insane.
every episode?
What?
The first or the early seasons, Jersey Shore.
Oh, totally. Yeah,
Jersey
yeah.
Shore.
Similar
is,
vibe of just like you're watching it and you're like, am I allowed to be watching this?
They had nothing to lose. I remember being in it during Jersey Shore, like you're just so swept up by the cultural thing of it all. But rewatching Jersey Shore, I'm like, this is wild. The shit they got away with. Yeah. The shit that Snooki gets punched by a man in the first or second episode.
Not me laughing. Yeah, what the fuck?
Also,
but also,
I love Snooki. She calls the situation. He walks by and she just goes, faggot. And it's brilliant. I will stand to this day. I do not give a shit.
No,
it was 2010.
Yeah, exactly.
She was in her early 20s. I don't give a fuck.
I'll allow
it's brilliant TV.
Sometimes someone just needs to be called
a faggot.
And I'm all right with it.
But I think that's the thing is like when you watch it, it was like trash, garbage, whatever. Watching it like vaguely anthropologically now. Gallery Girls on
bitch. That's
NYC
the best
prep.
thing that's ever existed. Gallery Girls.
It was unbelievable. Like that shit is such a time and place. Like remember when it was summer by? Oh no, you wouldn't have it. When Bravo every summer. Like I remember I was living in New York, humid, hot. They would do a commercial, Summer by Bravo, and it was all the Bravo celebrities in like a big commercial because they would air all their best shows over the summer. It was incredible.
Do you remember The City with Whitney Port?
Of course I do. I remember the commercials.
Kelly Catron. Amazing.
And it was on for one
What is
season.
Whitney Port doing right now? Is she on television? I feel like she's just like a mom. Yeah. No, it's still good. Good.
Whitney Port. I haven't heard of her. Haven't heard from her.
Haven't heard from her. Yeah.
Audrina Patridge.
She hasn't text me back.
I think that's another thing for me.
They tried to bring The Hills back, but it was a bit
Misha Barton was
that's
on
right.
it.
And
she
Pamela
confronted
Anderson's son.
Perez Hilton like the first episode.
That's right. She's a bit flop, so.
Misha?
Yeah.
I mean, Misha, for me, it's like, it's very much the 2000s girl thing where like, all these like women who came up in the 2000s like wrecked by online press, like destroyed. Can you imagine? Like Paris made it out alive somehow. I don't know how she did it. She's
got the family
I think
backing.
she has.
She's got that.
But I think she has.
Crazy mum
But I think
sorting
she-
shit out behind the
I
scenes.
think she has the training too, just because her family's so public facing. But like Brittany and Lindsay and like Misha, it's like they were wrecked by the press.
Yeah.
And it's wild to look back and see that we were reading blogs where Perez Hilton was drawing penises into young celebrities' mouths, and that was peak journalism.
Oh my god.
Can you imagine what would that would
Yeah.
do to you?
Fucking Perez. I loved that Perez and Michelle Visage went on that same season of Celebrity Big Brother UK, and Michelle was like, "Oh fuck this."
When was this? I don't watch Big Brother.
Like 10 years ago.
I don't get Big Brother.
The UK one is it's different.
Than the
it's
US
not,
one?
yeah, and all of them. It's not like, yeah, it's more raw. It's not like a produced show.
But it's celebrities.
They have two versions,
Do they have an American celebrity version?
but there's always an American celebrity on the UK one, like
Oh, well.
JoJo Siwa this year,
Well-
who famously did herself no favors.
Was it that bad?
Yeah,
Well, because it was okay. This is stuff I know about UK Big Brother. Is David's dead?
babe, it's iconic. It's
Like
where
David's
basically I would let Gemma know. It's like the most iconic show.
It's wild the shit that comes out of it.
Yeah, because they go on these shows and they're used to doing American reality where they're like, oh, they're gonna like edit this shit later. It's
So
like,
they don't
no,
edit
no,
anything
no.
out.
Well, they do, but like it's like live, like it's like the day before, and then the show goes out. So like it's
How
like
do they
while
edit it
they're
so fast?
while they're in there, it's airing.
And they have no idea what people are saying.
No, exactly.
That's crazy.
It's great. So they get out of there and they're like, what? Yeah, and I don't know. I think they think maybe that they're gonna get a good edit. I don't know, but something about it works out very well for the audience.
That's crazy to have no concept of what's happening.
Yeah,
And knowing it's like
JoJo coming out and everyone's like, oh,
so
everyone
what?
hates me now.
She started dating a guy.
Pretty much. It's confirmed now, but during the show,
Who is the man?
he's from like Love Island. He's just like a fuckboy guy.
You know, I don't watch Love Island either.
Yeah.
Do you?
Not really. No.
I have a lot of friends who
I
watch
dabble.
Love Island, but it's like 70 episodes
exactly.
a day.
It's too much. I'm too. Yeah.
I mean, that's why. Listen, Drag Race. I probably started season 5 US.
Yeah.
Probably stopped after the Gaga season.
I was gonna ask you about Drag Race. Are we just fully done?
I can't. It's too much.
It's too. Also, they fucked it.
But
It was so good. Remember how good it was?
But this is the thing. I think this is all reality. Is that
Yeah.
once there's a lot of money involved.
I know. But remember, we used to go to like screenings because we were so excited to watch it.
Oh man, babe, I would be at
Exactly.
Metro in Brooklyn,
Exactly.
at Macri Park.
It was so fun.
And it was so much
I
fun
went
to
one
watch
of
them
those
live.
Metro ones. That was
I
fun.
remember,
Mm.
okay, season 5 is incredible because it's Jinx, Alaska.
Yeah.
I think Willem was on it. Incredible season. And I
Yeah.
remember being in Boston the year I met you. I remember it was on.
It was like
And
everything.
This girl, a good friend of mine, her name's Ari. She lived across the hall
Ari.
from me.
Ana Grande. Yeah.
Her name is Ariana. Ari Larson. She lived across the hall from me. And I remember it was 2009. I was like, what are you watching? And she's like, oh, it's called Drag Race. It was the first season. And it was like on in
So
front of me,
good.
and I had no concept of what it was.
Yeah.
I just think, again, once the money comes in, once the girls become really polished, not that it's like they're following them in their real lives, but like once these girls know, like, oh, I have to be really polished, and it changes the dynamic
You're
of
right.
it.
Well, it used to be a platform for these busted girls to show us
then
what
grow.
they do. Now it's the opposite. Now it's girls make themselves a certain way to get on the show.
And I think that's why when I after
it's
college,
not fly on the wall anymore.
no, after college, listen, I moved to Brooklyn as it was being heavily gentrified, so it's not like I was like East Village rent era.
It was your fault.
Yeah, but it's like I was watching like Horchata and Mary Cherry. These like
Yes,
I was
no,
watching
I
them.
literally went to this exact thing. I know exactly.
I was,
what
I
you're
was
talking about.
watching them
there's
do
ad breaks that
Bushwig and
talk
all this
during it.
stuff, and like I was, and that Macy Rodman doing like really
Yeah.
fun, fucked up, Charlene doing like really fun,
Yes.
fucked up, weird performances that were just so brilliant.
Yeah.
And it's not drag, it's performance artists, and that was fun. And I think I'm just so used to that. And then I moved to LA, and I think LA is a lot of the Drag Race girls are
Yeah.
moving there.
Yeah.
So
Of
it's a very
course. They want
polished
the gigs
WeHo
and-
thing. And then I found now a good friend, Andrew Yang, has this thing called Apocalyptic, and it's just like in LA at the Plaza, go. It is so cool, and it reminds me of Bushwick drag, and that's what I love, is like when it's exciting and it's weird and it's wrong and it's fun. I love good polished drag, and I love good camp drag.
Me
That's
too,
fun to me.
yeah.
WeHo and Palm Springs, I love it, but just because of how I came up in my 20s, I love weird drag.
Well,
I love that shit.
Don't even get me started on the disservice RuPaul did to the drag of this nation.
What happened with Down Under?
Oh fuck! Like that bitch just never cared from the
Can't
start.
call her a bitch. Do we have any more?
Huh?
Any more wine?
I'll
It's all right.
investigate.
That's fine.
You know, yeah. Anyway.
Well, Art won the first season.
No, Art never won.
Oh,
Art got like kicked off, and then
because when I
was
when
salty,
I first,
and
when
the
I
whole
first
thing was a
started-
mess. Babe, it was a mess.
When I first
from the
started
start.
coming to Melbourne,
Yeah.
my boyfriend was like, "Oh, but Art didn't live in Melbourne though."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
okay.
she lives in like Geelong, which is
but she kept
it's
yeah,
commutable.
Yeah, it's commutable. But when I first started coming to Melbourne, because that's when I first started coming is when Smith Street became like the drag.
Yes.
Which I love Smith Street. My boyfriend would always be like, from the beginning, Art is like the girl.
Yes, and you'd go to like a honcho disco or something.
Bitch,
back
I'd go
then,
to Circuit.
and there would be like the most crazy drag you've ever seen.
Remember Honcho at the 88?
Yes,
that was
that
fun.
was so good, and I just it gives me so much pain because now I'll
Has it
travel.
actually changed Melbourne drag?
Well, no, it hasn't. Our drag's still fucking fantastic. What it's changed is the perception of it globally. So like, I'll travel somewhere. I don't know. I'll be in Europe or whatever, and I'll be like at a gay bar, and some there'll be drag on, and someone will be like, "Oh, like Australian drag. Oh, that's so shit." And it's like because all they know about it is
so they
this
see it- they
terribly
see it as
produced show that
bad.
was made in New Zealand, and I just want to die.
So what?
Like,
what?
we have such
what?
good drag
what
artists
was
here.
wrong with it?
I think the budget, the production, I don't know. I think RuPaul as the host just not caring or getting it added. Because the 4th season with Michelle as the host, stunning.
Is that when?
Did you watch? With Lazy Susan.
Lazy Susan won.
So good. Amazing. And those girls made like fucking lemonade out of the bullshit they were given.
So did that change the?
Well, we're not getting another one from all reports, so...
Wait, really?
Well, yeah. I mean, there's no... But do you know what? I'm not mad about that, because if it's gonna be that, I'd rather not have it. Do you know?
Yeah, I think so. Okay, I think for me, COVID happened, and I think that was season 1 or 2 of UK,
Yeah, that's
So is
right.
it
It all,
Vivian,
that's
rest
right.
in
It all
peace?
started around COVID, didn't it?
and then
And
was
it was like
Bimini?
Canada. It was like Canada, UK.
Yes, it started around COVID.
and then down under just afterwards.
yeah,
but
Canada
our
season 1 was
COVID
great.
Yeah, and then that just went to shit. But our COVID shit here, as you know, was so insane
Yeah.
that it was like impossible to record a show.
Well, I remember one of someone in, what do you call it, Parliament, whatever it's called.
yeah,
Someone was
that place.
yeah, Canberra.
Oh, that's right. So that's right.
They were
Some
saying
bitch-
how it should not have
Yes.
gone to New Zealand. It should have
Yes.
been shot. Which I was like, okay, go off. Like
That's right. I remember that. She was
Yeah.
like, we should be shooting RuPaul's Drag Race
but I
show
love that. I'm
here.
like,
And I
for
was
that
like,
to be
all right.
Oh yeah, all right.
try harder
But
next
I
time.
loved.
Well, the New Zealand government would have just paid them, like, you know, it's one of those like incentive schemes
Yeah.
to get people using
Well, that's
booking
why
the
there's nothing being
studios.
shot in LA anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway,
But yeah, no,
Well-
I think UK season 1 and 2 I was really obsessed with. I think Bimini was season 2.
that season is, I think, the best season of Drag Race.
No, you know what the
ever.
best season of
UK
Drag
too.
Race
What?
of all time is
well.
All Stars 2.
Oh, true. Yeah, Ricci Roach. Yeah, that and UK
100.
too. So good.
UK 2,
Because you had Bimini, you had Taste.
but UK 2, All Star season 2, and then the best Sasha Velour season 10.
Yes.
That final song.
Amazing.
What category? Category is that is a
Very good.
insane
Yeah.
song.
Now it's like a children's program, as far as I'm concerned.
I haven't. I don't.
I'd rather watch.
I just haven't
Bluey.
watched because it's so many that I can't.
Yeah,
keep
well, they've
track.
chilled out a bit, but
I mean, even Housewives. I fell off with Housewives
True.
because it's so many.
yeah, true.
I just get overwhelmed.
and they're
I
pumping
want
it
to
out.
watch Sharp Objects and
Yeah, exactly. And I want to know what's good. Ugh. Well,
Truly.
Rob, thank you so much for joining
Oh my
me.
god, my pleasure.
What a fun time! We could actually be here for 10 hours, so I do need. At some point, I need to
Yeah,
go.
I'm like, this is how long is it? What
I
time
don't
is
know.
it?
It's
Is it
the
dark
next
out?
day. Yeah. But let me find us some more wine and
Yeah, this was lovely.
we'll talk more.
Thanks for everything.
Thanks, babe.